Hey guys. So I know yesterday we went over what seems like a lot. It was like a 12-minute video. Sorry for that. I tried to talk as efficiently as I could. Today is a lot less stuff to go over. We're only going over one thing, okay? The Pythagorean Theorem. Now, if you've done this before with me, it's good to review, okay? If you haven't done this with me before, don't freak out, it's not that hard, okay? So what the Pythagorean theorem says is that you have a right triangle, okay? It has to be a right triangle. And we're gonna call this triangle ABC, okay? C is the right angle. So when we name sides of triangles, real quick, let's review this. We name the side opposite of its angle with the lowercase letter. So the hypotenuse over here, so this is the hypotenuse, if I can spell, is C, okay? That's a lowercase c, this uppercase c. I know it's kind of hard to tell the difference. It's okay. These over here, these are the legs of the triangle, okay? So if I wanted to name this leg, I would look at its opposite angle. It's B, so this side over here would be little b. This side over here would be little a. You don't have to be weird about that, like I am. It's okay. So what the Pythagorean theorem says is the sum of the square of the two legs of the triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Sounds wild, right? Don't let it be. All it means is that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, okay? C is always the hypotenuse of the triangle. A and b are the legs. Doesn't matter which order they go in. They can be mixed up. A can go up here, B can go down here. You can get real wild. Okay. But what it all means is your two legs squared, added together, equals the square of your hypotenuse. So we're going to use this and we're going to solve for the missing part of a triangle today, okay? So, remember, these notes, sorry for that guys, you know I'm a little weird. The notes for this are all right below here, okay? Just like always. So don't forget to grab those, go through them with me, however you need to do it. So for right triangle ABC, I'm not going to write the whole directions of this down because they're in the notes below here. So right triangle ABC, where C equals 90 degrees. Find C, we need to know C. If A is 4, so little a is 4, and little b, so side B, is 3. Okay, when we start, we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we can say that 4 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. Remember, square is when you take a number, you multiply it by itself. So 4 squared is 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 3 squared is 3 times 3 is 9. And that's c squared. 16 plus 9 is 25. So 25 equals c squared. You're not quite done yet, okay? There is still a tiny little bit left to go. I don't want to know what c squared is. I want to know what c is. So what is the opposite of squaring something? It is taking the square root. Okay, so we are going to take the square root of each of these. The square root over here cancels out that square. That's how we're left with just c on this side, okay? Square root of 25, if you don't know it, pull up a calculator. There's always a little square root function that you can use, okay? If you need help figuring it out, let me know. We'll work through that part, okay? That's not a big deal. Square root of 25 is 5, okay? And you're done. Now you might be thinking, Andrea, you silly math teacher, you didn't think about square root rules. Technically, when you take a square root of something, you get a positive and a negative answer because a negative times a negative is still a positive. So square root of 25 is also negative 5. But, Can a side of a triangle be negative? Can you walk negative feet? You can walk backwards, but you're still walking positive feet, okay? So for triangles and any real life problems, whenever you do square roots, you're only going to use that positive answer, okay? If you have questions about it, we can talk. Just send me a text, okay? Leave this triangle up here. So this is a little cute triangle. All right, let's look at another example. All right, so say I tell you for right triangle ABC with C equals 90 degrees, I want you to find A if B is 12 and C is 13, okay? So the only difference here is how we go about solving it. So we always start, knowing A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So we don't know what A is, so A squared just stays there. B is 12, so A squared plus 12 squared equals C squared, which is 13 squared. All right. If you have questions, text me. 12 squared is 144. 13 squared is 169. And we don't know what A squared is yet, okay? So the only difference in this one compared to the last one is instead of adding two things together, we have to subtract one from the other. So we have to move this 144 over here so we can get A squared by itself on this side. We do that, okay? We get A squared equals 25. Oops. That's correct. I just realized that they both come down to the exact same answer in these two examples. Sorry about that. All right, so what do we do now? We're almost done. You got it. We take the square root on each side. This square root over here cancels out that. So we're left with A equals, the square root of 25 is positive or negative 5. We don't care about that negative right now. So A equals 5. And you're done. All right, let me know if you guys have questions. You guys can try the work to the side now, and have a good day.